do allow members to invite a +1 guest to check us out. Okay, so if you're a guest, welcome. We're going to show you some love too today. A little bit more about Queen City Women in Business. Before we get kicked off, I'm going to go ahead and just let our esteemed welcome committee just say a quick hello. You don't have to talk about your favorite food today because we got a lot to talk about. So just say hello so people know who you are. Welcome team.
Well, perfect. Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Kimberly Bradford, and I'm a financial center manager and business relationship specialist here for Fifth Third Bank. I'm located here in the Charlotte area, and I would love to talk to all of you. So reach out if you need anything at all.
Awesome. Thank you, Kimberly. And literally, like everybody has an account. Everyone ends up going to Kimberly. And by the way, business owners, they're not just here trying to sell you checking and banking accounts. Let me tell you, when I talk about community, if you have an event in the Charlotte community and you need a space and you need support, Kimberly and the Fifth Third team they are lovely to business owners. Make sure you build that relationship. Okay. So just putting that out there. Next, Keisha, I know you're are you able to just say hi?
I am. Hello, good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Keisha Pfeiffer. I am a realtor with Nixon Rivers Realty, and I'm a candle maker also. And I'm just thankful to be a part of the ambassador team, and I hope you get everything you need out of this call.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Keisha. And we love you dearly. So Kimberly and Keisha will take good care of you. And members, I'm going to ask you right now, I'm going to tell you something we rarely tell you. Take a picture of this slide because so many of you email me and say, Dawn Nicole, can we meet? Can you talk to me about certifications? Can you answer my specific question? And as much as I love all of you, I just don't actually have the time to meet with everyone, but they are making time for you. That's why we have a new members welcome team. So take a picture so you can reach out to them via email to get some time on their calendar. Okay. All right, let's keep going. We also have in the house with us today, straight out of Atlanta, our new partner, Dawn with SupplierGateway. Dawn, just say hello. They're going to hear from you later, but just kind of wave and let them know who you are.
Hi, everyone. So excited to be here. This is awesome.
Woo! Come on, let's give some hearts and love, QCWIBers. We were excited about this. Let's show our company that we care, okay? So thank you for being with us because Dawn is with child. And so she made time to be here today to focus on us. So thank you, Dawn.
You're very welcome. Glad to hear.
All right. And y'all know who I am. I'm Dawn Nicole, the visionary, the CEO of Queen City Women in Business. Super excited to talk more about this partnership today. So if you are here specifically to learn about the partnership, we are going to cover everything we've got for you today. It's very exciting. We're the first to have a partnership of this type with SupplierGateway. So we're super excited. And then if you are also interested in learning a little bit more about the membership, like there are some QCWIBers who want to know how to navigate the platform. How do I take advantage of Marketing Mondays? So I'm also going to give you a demo of the platform and show you some things you probably don't know. Okay, so stick around. If you're new to QCWIB, welcome. We are one of the fastest growing membership-based supplier sourcing and development platforms committed to helping women just like you work with major organizations faster. And I'm proud to announce we just got accepted in the Indiana territory. So y'all, we are going multinational. We just opened up a new chapter in Indiana, and Georgia is coming next. We are not playing games. What this means for you is if you are a member, you get to do business in those states. You do not have to stay local. So I should see some hearts for that, okay? Because you don't have to do local business. You can bounce from chapter to chapter and have a good time. So with that said, a quick fun fact, and we're going to get on to it. Would you know that only 5 to 6 months ago, Queen City Women in Business started out as events? We weren't even a business yet. We've done all this in less than 6 months, you all. When we first started, we were only events. And after we saw the wild success that women were having, getting contracts, getting hired, doing business, we started to say, light bulb, we need to turn this into a business. So that's kind of the origin. A little bit about us. We aim to be the Angie's List of business women suppliers. So we welcome all industries, all trades, one community, right? And that's our secret sauce, you all. Supplier diversity isn't new, but this community-based approach is. With that said, we've been able to grow very quickly with the help of our ambassador team. If you're an ambassador team, just come off mute and just make some noise this morning. We just want to recognize our quick ambassadors. Come off mute. Give that. Yes, ambassadors are helping us grow. They're multi-state, and they are helping us with peer-to-peer advisory and recruitment. Thank you, ambassadors. That's how we're growing so quickly. Our mission, for those who don't know, it's important that you know this before we talk about the partnership, because it explains why we would partner with a nationwide organization. So our mission is very simple. It is to help women-owned small businesses connect with major organizations faster, like Lowe's, who's on this call, Charlotte Douglas Airport, Bank of America, right? We want to help you connect with those organizations faster by simplifying, and that is our key word. We simplify everything by simplifying the pathway to business contracting through pre-established partnerships, access to key relationships, and continued education. And speaking of partnerships, let's talk about this new partnership. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm so proud to announce today that we have brokered a new partnership between QCWIB and SupplierGateway. Queen City Women in Business is excited to announce it because if you don't know about SupplierGateway, they are a leading B2B procurement platform that connects corporate buyers and suppliers with real, accurate, and up-to-date information. Donna Cole, speak English. What I'm trying to say is that this platform has all of the corporate buyers that we're trying to get in front of anyway. Okay, so just imagine we're the suppliers, they have the buyers, right, by the thousands, and we just brokered this new partnership, right? And so we're going to talk more about what that looks like in a second. This new partnership, ladies and gentlemen, will exclusively focus on corporate sector. So if you know about QCWIB, we help you to connect to all three sectors: federal, local, state, and corporate. This partnership is only in scope for the corporations, okay? And the whole idea is to help you women, our members, get certified in minutes, not months. So now I'm gonna go slow because I want you to appreciate what I'm telling you. So today, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to work with major corporations, you've got to go through a 4-month process. You got to spend about $400. You got to leave your home or your office. You got to go do site visits. You got to go get a notary. You got to prove that you are who you are. Your birth certificate isn't even enough, right? There's a lot of legwork, which has traditionally been a barrier to entry for all of these types of communities, you and I and people like us. Well, what's happening now is that SupplierGateway has long since, we just didn't know about it, introduced something called the EDC certification, which Dawn will talk more about in a second. But essentially, it's an enhanced digital certification that looks like this. Feast your eyes on the screen, because let me tell you about this process that took me 20 minutes. So when we talk about turning months into minutes, this is going to eradicate the way that we used to do it, okay, when it comes to the corporate sector. So feast your attention here. I started this at 7:00 a.m. on a Sunday. I was finished by 7:20. What I love about the EDC certification is it didn't cost me $400. It cost me $25. If I wanted to be certified for 3 years, I paid about $70. This is a fraction of the price that we're paying today. What's also nice is that in theory, if I wanted to go after these 4 certifications, traditionally, if I wanted to be minority owned and then small business owned and then small disadvantaged and then women owned, today, ladies and gentlemen, that's 4 agencies. That's 4 agencies. What they've done with this revolutionary process is you go to one place, one touch, one click, and you get certified in the categories that make sense. Doesn't that make sense? Yeah. Right? I should see head shaking. Absolutely. Right? Mm-hmm. Thank you. And so this is what they've done. And SupplierGateway is wanting to partner with us to not only make sure we get the awareness out, but this certification is accepted by every single corporation on their platform. Because as it turns out, these corporations are saying, we never needed all that stuff. We didn't need site visits and all that. We're happy as long as a third party verifies you. So we're going to take this to the moon and back with this partnership. And let's talk about the benefits. And then, Dawn, I swear I'm going to turn it. You would think I work for SupplierGateway, okay? Listen, I can sell it. And so if you're curious, if you don't already have your EDC, Kimberly, please put in the chat the first link, which is the EDC. Get EDC certified. Pull up the link now, do it later. It's going to only take you 20 minutes. I promise you, you will appreciate this process. So that's the first thing. But now let's talk about the why. Like, why would we do this and what's in it for you beyond the certification by being partnered with QCWIB and by being a member? So I don't have to tell you that by now we're two future forward disruptors, right? Supplier Gateway, Queen City Women in Business, we're here for it. We're disruptive. We love it. But let's talk about how you benefit. So the first reason we would do this is because through this partnership, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be able to go after every single WBE supplier and start with the multi-dynamic approach to help Supplier Gateway quickly shorten their paths to finding you. So for example, Supplier Gateway comes to us and says, hey, we need folks in construction, women in construction right now. Great, I got them. Here you go. You're not going to get that level of agency on your own because you don't have the intel. So part of what we do in this partnership is when you're in our community, we already know your trades. We know who's in construction. We know who's in real estate development, right? We know who's in food truck, right? Who's in anything. And we're able to quickly accelerate that path and work with Supplier Gateway. So that's the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in more WBE suppliers. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure everybody can have access to that expedited corporate certification. No more of the past, right? You still may have to do old school for your local and state and your federal, but no more in corporate. If you want to work with the suppliers or the buyers, excuse me, on their platform, we're going to go the EDC route. The third thing is easily accessible supplier profiles. What happens after you get that EDC? You're not finished. Right? There's something that's called profile completeness, and we're going to be teaching it on Friday. Don't worry, we're going to support you. Okay. But the moment you create that profile, you immediately become far more accessible and visible to thousands of corporations already looking for you. That's what we're going to be offering as well through this membership. Lastly, even beyond your EDC, you all, we're giving you a community-based agency and development approach beyond certification. We're acting as your agency. A few of you already got calls over the weekend, right? I think Nakia is on here. Sharon is on here. Sharon's in healthcare. Nakia's in construction. I was talking to you on Sunday trying to broker deals. Okay. So I'm no joke. So you want to be a part of the community if you are not, and you want representation in doors that you're not in already. With that said, we're going to train you. We know that we can't just introduce this and just leave you hanging. What I love about this community is as soon as y'all found out about it, probably 50% of you on this call went and got EDC certified. If you have your EDC certification, can you do a thumbs up or a heart? I just want to see how many people actually already got their EDC. I just want to see who that is. All right, so I see Sandy, I see Angel, I see Laveda, I see, who else do I see in my view? All right, awesome. Taylor. So Kimberly, could you drop the link one more time for the EDC certification for those who are serious about moving forward fast? Now, we know that even though you got that EDC certification, ladies, you don't even know what to do next. You're like, okay, now what? We knew this would be a question. And so we went ahead and set up a training for Friday at noon. So this Friday for 45 minutes, Dawn with Supplier Gateway and the other Dawn with QCWIB are going to walk you through the connectivity between this new certification and setting up your profile. We're going to walk you through that, okay? So that's called profile completeness. Then we're going to tell you how buyers are searching for you so you can make sure your profile is set up for success. And then lastly, Dawn's going to give us a little teaser about bidding on open bids, right? You don't even have to be invited for open bids. You just need to know that they're in existence. So we're going to teach you all of that on Friday. Kimberly, if you don't mind, if you would also drop the link for them to register for Friday's class. If you can't make it, we'll record it. But guess what? It's for members only. So while we love our guests, if you want all this good stuff that we're giving you, because we're just getting started with the value, make sure you become a member. Kimberly's also going to drop that link as well. While she does that, I'm going to open it up to Dawn to answer questions. So what questions do you all have for Dawn? Just raise your hand. Dawn with Supplier Gateway. I'm not talking about myself. What questions do you all have about this? So Mika Walker, go ahead and ask your question.
Good morning, ladies. My question is there a logo or such that we can utilize on our websites and other media showing that we do have these certifications now?
Absolutely. So if you log into your Supplier Gateway supplier account, there will be an EDC widget where you can the digital tag for your profile is already going to be there. We've taken care of that so that you can be searched for. However, you can download a PDF. If you are a brick and mortar, we are also launching stickers for your business as well. If you want to stand out as like maybe a really good candidates for this is salons, yoga studios, restaurants. Yeah, we've had a lot of traction with that. And so, yes, you can download the PDF. It's an RPG file, and you can put it in your website, email signatures, and also even display it in your brick and mortar.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Kismet is next with her question.
Sure. So I was completing the certification last night, and I ran into just one problem. When I saw the NAICS number, I realized that it was an incorrect one. So I went back out to change it and was able to change it in the dashboard and in the main page, but I never printed my certificate. So the PDF never popped up, but the code will not change to the correct one. How do we do that?
Okay, certainly. Well, we do have a dedicated certification support team. So you can go ahead and email or open a ticket with support at SupplierGateway.com. And yeah, we'll take care of that.
And Kismet, thank you for asking that question, because these are exactly the types of things we're going to tackle. So just so you all know, because we ran with this on Monday, some of the questions you all have asked me, I've been able to quickly move forward with Dawn, the other Dawn, to put together the curriculum. So some of the questions you're asking, like, can we update it? Once we pay for the 1 year, can we go back and get the 3 year instead? All those questions we're actually going to be answering on Friday as well, but we'll take a few more questions here. So I see Annette and then Nika Scott. So Annette, please come off mute.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
My question is super excited about this, so thank you. I am changing the name of my business. I was doing it. I had the main LLC and then I had a DBA. So I went to register the DBA as the main business so I can stand alone. And I went to go start the process in the system, but it didn't recognize it. Do I need to wait until I get all my information back from the Secretary of State, or can I go back and make any changes?
That's a great question. You can, if you have an opportunity lined up and you need your paperwork now, I would go ahead and just get that done. And you can always go back and change it. But, you know, if it's something that can wait, I would wait for all the paperwork to be processed and then just reach out to the same support team. Nancy will be taking care of that hands-on for you.
Awesome. And then we'll take 2 more questions, and then we want to be mindful of the people who want to know about some of the other things too. So this is great. Nika Scott, and then we'll take 1 more question after Nika.
Good morning. Thank you so much to both the Dawns. But my question is, when I was doing my paperwork, it asked for a DUNS number. I don't have my DUNS number, but it did allow me to go ahead through the process. So I just wanted to know, will me not having a DUNS number cause my application to be flagged or denied? Or because I did see where that was required and I didn't get my certification to populate right away. So I just wanted to know, is that something I should be looking out for, or has it been, you know, just kind of put to the side until I get that number?
Currently, you can actually get your business certified just using your social as well. So we take multiple different ways to verify your business. I don't see a problem with not having a DUNS number right now, but you know, if they need more documents, Nancy will reach out and confirm with you.
Awesome. And Nika, I'll get that information before Friday. So I'll be, because I'm working in the background with Dawn's team. So we'll see what we can get. In the meantime, if there's anyone on this call who wants to get a DUNS number quickly, we have a short video on YouTube about how to get one fast and for free. By the way, don't pay. And so we'll send that video out. So Kimberly and Keisha, can you make a note, my welcome team, that we need to send that video out? even though you don't need it, it might still be good to just know how to get it for free, you know, and quickly. So we'll take one more question, ladies. I know I said Nika was the last one, but you know, we love our community. Are there any more questions before we move forward and let Dawn get some time back? Any more questions or comments? And even if you're excited, you can say, thanks, this is great, Dawn. You can, you know, to Dawn, Supplier Gateway.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yay!
For me, it's just like, how do you take advantage of that? But I don't know if you want to, you know, tackle that now or just for Friday.
Dawn, so can I say this? Ada is one of the names she's in construction. So just so y'all know, let me just say this, and then let's let Dawn answer as well. So Supplier Gateway and Dawn H has already given me a hot list of what they're looking for. Construction is at the top of the list. So Ada, that's you. Healthcare is at the top of the list, and real estate, any type of real estate development, right? Mm-hmm. Whether you consult, engineer. So those 3 trades are top. So I would say step 1, get your EDC first, because that's what they're going to use, right, as sort of accelerating you to the front of the list. And then we'll do our magic in the background. But come to Friday's course if you can, ladies. It's virtual. And again, it's going to be recorded if you can't make it. Okay. Dawn, anything you wanted to say before we go? And it looks like one person raised their hand. Angel, go ahead, since you're our lovely volunteer person.
Okay, I saw that on the slide that you put up. You had minority, woman, and diversity, I think. And suppose when, like, if I was doing mine and I forgot to choose one, can you go back and add one of those choices after you already got your certificate?
I can answer that too, if you, or you can, because I already discovered the answer.
No, well, on the technological side, like you can submit a support ticket at any given time. We really welcome people to come in and update their information about their business. We understand ownership changes and structures like that. And so no, it's not a static document. It's beyond that. I know you do get a PDF and it feels static, but it actually, you know, displayed on your storefront and changes as you change, right? Yeah, so, but to Dawn's point, you know, we're really excited about this partnership because we're seeing a very strong shift in our corporate partners in their economic impact, so local economic impact initiatives. And, you know, who's better than a community in Charlotte? Actually, it's a huge need in Charlotte right now to engage with local businesses. Mm-hmm. And so we're really excited to partner up with a community-based approach.
Thank you. And I'll add this too about the EDC specifically, is, what was I going to say? Oh my gosh, over 40 now. So this is what I was going to say. What I love about how it works is that you're not actually choosing, Angel. The way it works is you're just answering the question. So if you answer the questions, you know, with the truest, most honest intent, it sort of tells you at the end. The system is smart enough utilizing data to come back and, like, I actually wasn't saying, right, hey, I think I should be this or that. The system is smart enough that it leads you through that experience by how you answer the questions, and then it computes the data and it comes back and says, this is what you are, right? This is the categories you fell into. So it's sort of a smart system using a lot of data in that way. Does that help? So, because I had someone ask me, why isn't disability on there? And I was like, well, I don't think I qualify or I don't identify as, and I didn't put that in the way I answered the question. So that has a lot to do with it as well. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. So with that said, anybody who heard and wants to be on Friday's call, Kimberly, can I ask you to just drop the registration link for Friday? Be on the call if you can. It's only 45 minutes. We're going to specifically talk about, you got your EDC, now what? Did you complete your profile? And here's what this means in the profile, right? Here's where it's going to ask you a similar question, and here, you know, and also how people search you. I think you all want to know how the corporations are finding you. I think that's important. Without further ado, we're going to move forward. So at this time, Dawn H, you can feel free to hang out or whatever you'd like to do. Okay.
It was so nice meeting everyone. I can't wait till Friday. See
Awesome.
you there.
Thank you, Dawn.
Awesome. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. All right. So ladies, our outcomes, right? And this is just the beginning. So let me say this. I'm so proud. When we showed this slide in February, we only had about maybe 7 women who had gotten certified at the local and state level. Today, there's way too many to put on here. Like we're at maybe 11 or 12. And every single day, a woman emails me to say, I got my local and state certification. So just to be clear, Queen City Women in Business is helping you to get certified at the corporate level, which you just heard, certified at local and state and federal. And we don't do the certifications, we enable it, right? We simplify the pathways by bringing in those partners and making sure that they answer when you call, making sure you know where to find their link, which is God hard right now, and making sure you know the process. Okay. So I just wanted to point out how proud we are that we're really making impact. We can see evidence of our outcomes. With that said, how do you get certified? How do you lean into this community? Every single day, it feels like a woman calls me who's a member and she asks me one question. Dawn Nicole, how do I maximize QCWIB? Let me tell you how. Lean into our Queen City Women in Business events. The first thing I'm going to tell you is we have 4 types of events and we are 100% emailing you. So we rely heavily on your email. So if you block us, which some people do, right? You might not get the email. Also, if you're not getting emails, check the email you have in your business directory. We use the business directory as the single source of authority. Okay. But what are those 4 events? So number 1, we have virtual events. We have community events. We have signature events and we have social events. And ladies, I cannot tell you how much business you all actually do with each other when you attend these events. Ada will tell you, Keisha will tell you how many people they met, right? How many new partners they have, how many new conversations they're having. Joan will tell you. I think Joan and her accelerator team actually secured services from a member, right? Like we hear this all the time, but you can't take advantage if you're not plugged in. And how do you get plugged in? Make sure your email is up to date and we're not blocked or going to spam, but you also have to register for each event. And that's different because I think as a member, you all may believe that it just automatically ends on your calendar. You actually have to opt in. So the registration is opting in saying, hey, I'm interested in this event. So please make sure you take full advantage. And here are the events that are coming up next, just to help you with this. Number 1, if you have not been going to our March Madness, which is every Saturday in March, it's everything contracting, right? The people on this call can tell you it's insanely good. It is so good. And there's been so many people on this call who got nuggets, right? And so the types of things we're talking about is, first of all, what is supplier diversity? How much money do they have to spend? How do they determine if they're going to spend money with what types of businesses? What classifies as a minority business or a diverse business? Because legislature is changing. We also talked about local and state contracting. LaPronda Span came on and told us some things we've never heard before. Right, ladies, would some of you agree? You could come off mute. LaPronda Span is still iconic for her talk last week.
Absolutely.
I mean, she told us things about protecting your company, right? Where you can go to the local library and file something for $22 and protect the name of your company nationwide. Who knew that? So this is the type of value you're getting at these events. LaPronda Span also introduced a free program to all of our members. Did she not, Sandy? Right?
She did. She did, and I took very much advantage of it, and I'm in the program.
And here's an update, right? It's a local and state program where the state of North Carolina has funded, so you don't have to, her and her agency finding you contracts fast. So they are being paid to find contracts. And when she introduced it on Saturday, it was only for women of color companies, but they have since opened it up to all companies because the new affirmative action law means that we have to be all inclusive, which I love. So if you were on that call and you thought not you, now yes you. So if you need that information, reach out. LaPronda is actively being paid to find you matches at the local and state level. So Kimberly, can you drop the link in the chat for the Supplier Saturday piece so that these women can register if they like? The next thing, ladies, we have something called Pitch Pals. It is a fan favorite. Janelle goes every single time. Pitch Pals is where you actually work out your pitch for 30 seconds and you get real-time feedback, right? And people actually buy things from each other because strategically, if I actually hear you pitching and I actually need what you offer, I'm going to reach out to you. right? So it's a little tricky, like not tricky, sneaky strategy where you're learning and we're actually working together. Janelle, could you just talk about how powerful and how fun Pitch Pals is? It's an evening event.
Yes, it is absolutely fun. You get to talk about your business, get real-time feedback from people that want to see you succeed and want to support you, whether it's tightening up your elevator pitch for your business, or if you have a new product, a new service, and you want to practice your pitch or tighten it up and or streamline it. Absolutely, make sure you're on those monthly Pitch Pal calls. I'm on there, like Dawn Nicole said, every month because I want to strengthen mine and
Yes,
I want to make it flow every time.
I love it. And it's one of our only evening events. So let's say you can't make our day events. This is at 7 p.m. So Kimberly, if you don't mind dropping the link. Also, ladies, something that's really important, you all may not know this. As you grow and do big business, we have partners who won't even take meetings with us if we don't have business insurance. That's called a COI, right? Your certificate of insurance. Emma Allen is going to come for free. She's a partner with State Farm, and she's going to talk about what type of business insurance, how if Annette is throwing a big event, right? She's an events company. She needs this type of insurance versus if you're online like us and data and cybersecurity, what type of risk you have, what type of different insurance you need. But guess what? I have a partner right now. TIAA told us that the only way our vendors, our suppliers, you all can come and participate in their vendor street fair in May is you have to show proof of COI. And some of us may not have it. And so what we've done here is we've brought in Emma to help us ahead of time. So please be on that call. That's March 25th at 11:30 a.m. I'm going to ask Kimberly to just politely drop the link again. Kimberly does a lot of link dropping, doesn't she? Thank you, Kimberly.
You're welcome.
And then for those who can't make the day call, let me tell you about Annette, who's on here. Annette is going to give us killer event strategies that grow your brand now. So if you're doing events and you even think you're doing it right, and you probably are, she's going to show you how to enhance everything by knowing your goal and your outcome and how to use smart systems and faster systems that are modern for modern buyers. So Annette, are you on the call? Do you want to just say hey?
Hey, yes, I am on the call. And I'm super excited about this. I have some amazing technology to share with you.
Yes, yes. And Annette is getting the interest of many partners in the event space. So please join that. You can join both or one or the other. So again, same link will get you registered, okay? Without further ado, if you were at this business matchmaking, I want to tell you this. A lot of our women that was in the room at our last business matchmaking, which was February 7th at the Hyatt, they're negotiating contracts right now. Okay. So what I'm saying to you is if you can make it right now, our partner is TIAA and we're looking for one more partner. Fabi, remind me, I have something for you. I see your face and I actually was someone requested, they're looking for your services. So just don't hold me accountable because there's a lot going on. So, all right.
I'll send you an email.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. So without further ado, if you're looking for business matchmaking in sort of an intimate space, there's food, there's wine, there's jazz in a beautiful space. Who can say no to that? This is Wednesday, April 3rd. And because we're still finalizing the final corporate partners, there's not a registration link. So please save the date, because just so y'all know what we do is we ask our partners, what are the types of companies you actually want to meet this night so that we don't waste your time. So we're waiting on that requirement before we send you the invite. Fair enough? Okay. Also, our first member social. This is another thing you get. If you're a member, we've got a sip and paint. And let me tell you, our sip and paint is like nobody's business, because you know what we do? We actually use our members. So Taylor Red. Taylor, are you on here? Can you say hi? Red Rose Vodka?
Hi, I'm here. Hey, everybody.
So Taylor is going to allow us to sample and enjoy her featured, I think it's strawberry lemonade vodkas, which are very pleasant vodka. This is not your granddad's old school vodka, okay? This is like summertime flavors that women love. And we've also got mocktails, but we didn't stop there. We also used a woman business owner who's going to take us through a calligraphy experience of a few of our favorite things. And then we have a top chef, right, who's here, Sierra, who's going to be cooking us some meals. Make sure you are patronizing. This is our first chance to meet each other, let our hair down, where we're not talking business. And we also have our partners with Mary B and SJ. Mary, can you say hi? Thanks for helping us to sponsor this. Mary, are you there?
I'm here. We're so excited. We can't wait for this event. Everything that we've done with you guys so far has been amazing, and we're meeting some amazing people in the process.
Oh, thank you so much. And Kimberly and Keisha, if one of you would just drop that link so that they can register, and you can bring a +1 members, okay? So that's that. Now let's talk about your membership, because many of you signed up for the membership and you're not real sure what you're getting. So let's just kind of cover that very quickly. What are you getting? And I'll be quick here so that we can focus on navigating the platform as well. So not only are you getting a monthly newsletter, which will drop tomorrow, the monthly talks, expedited certifications, as you just heard, Pitch Pals, networking, insider tips, and more. You get that at the basic level, but right now I want to focus on the pro level. So at the pro level, what's really different is if you're also trying to build your brand and market your business, we're going to also blow you up on social media in front of our 28,000 followers. So we're going to do shout outs on social media. We're also going to give you 15% off of training programs. And you also get to join the masterclass, which if you all have been to the VIP masterclass, we talk about all kinds of amazing things, right? For example, let me just give this to you. We have a woman who's a speaker, but she also is an author, and she also does something else with children. And her number one question is, Dawn Nicole, which one should I present? When I go in front of people, which one is my hero? That's a great question, right? Like that's a legitimate question. We tackled that at Masterclass. So these are just some of the things that we're tackling. I could go on, but I just want you to know how awesome it is. So consider the pro membership, but VIP membership is going all out. If you want top priority, you want to be featured in the newsletter. And this is what it looks like, right? Where you're featured in the newsletter and we promote you on social media, then definitely consider upgrading. We had a ton of upgrades this month already, like Geneva and more. So Kimberly, if you want to just put the upgrade list in here, you can. Also, breaking news, we have some new partners. Again, M&D Accounting is here for our financial needs. We've partnered with the Women's Business Center. And so you all already know about some of these great partnerships. Now what we're going to do is just talk real fast about how you all can take advantage of our partners, because I don't know that everyone knows you can reach out to our partners yourself. I'm going to show you in a second on our website where it's hidden in the secret directory. It's not a secret directory, but where in the directory you can reach out to them yourself. So number one, our diversity partners are the companies who are going to do business with you. They're going to hire you. Okay. Number two, our certification partners are those partners who are going to help you get certified. Our business resource partners are free. They're offering free resources to you, ladies, as a perk of membership. And then we have preferred partners like Victorious U Press, who's going to help you write your best-selling book idea, right? They're going to help you write it and then tell you how to position it in the marketplace if you're a speaker or a coach. We also have Denise Taylor helping you with your startup. So all kinds of partners. Now what we're going to do, ladies, before I jump to giving you a demo, is everyone here in the business directory? Can I just get like a thumbs up? Are you listed in the business directory? Here's why I'm asking. We have an incredible amount of people who just pay for the membership and they miss that third step. And what you all don't realize is for us, our corporate partners, this is the gold. Like this is where they look to make their decisions. That's why if you are selling taxes, right, and you do nails, we don't want you to have that in the same listing. Have two listings. Okay, because the moment they go to your listing and they see trades that don't make sense together to them, they're going to move on. So just know that the creme of the crop for what we offer all starts in the business directory. Any questions about this before I actually stop this share and actually show you all a demo? Any questions about the business directory, how to update it or anything like that? Okay. Can everybody see my screen? I'm going to ask you to please stay on because I'm going to show you some things that you probably don't know is happening with this, with your site. So the first thing is, how can you tell you're always logged in? Everything is designed for you to do it from a logged in state. You'll know because there's a picture here, but watch this, ladies. When I click on my icon, see the drop down? So I'm going to do it again. As soon as you click here, you have instant access through. This is like a quick, right? A shortcut. I can get to the business directory, courses, community feed. Let's go to the community feed real fast, right? So the community feed is where everybody's talking and sharing. I can see who changed their photo. I can see who has a new listing. I can see questions. So are you all aware that there's a whole Facebook-like community feed, and every Monday you're able to post? And when you post, you can share your upcoming events. You can share your new programs. And let me tell you, women have been getting business. I've watched whole business exchanges happen. So if you're not aware, Marketing Mondays is where all eyes are in this community feed. Now, if you were confused on how to get to it, you can always go to groups, see groups, just go down to community feed, and it brings you right here, community feed. Any questions about this, ladies, before I move on?
Yes. How do you make a post in here? I tried to go on the other day. Is
Yes.
this only opened on Mondays to do
No,
the?
it's
Okay.
open. It's open all the time. And the fact that I get this question, some members have an issue posting, that tells me something with your profile. I'll go fix it. So if any of you have a question where you're not able to post, literally just drop me a quick email. It's a 10-second fix. So Janelle, you'll be able to post after today. Okay. Now,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Quick
Question?
question.
Uh-huh.
Quick question. Hi, this is
Hi.
Dr. Waddles.
Hi, Dr.
No, the community feed,
Mhm.
is that something that, is it in the dashboard, or do we go out to groups, or is the community feed a part of the dashboard?
That's a great question, Deborah, and welcome. Deborah's one of our newest VIP members, so welcome aboard, Deborah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're so happy to have you. So Deborah, let me just show you. I'm going to click on a logo so you can see how I get there from the front page. So this is what the front page looks like to everyone. But Deborah, if I go to groups, one of the fastest ways to get there is I just go to groups, and if I scroll down, I can see community feed. I just click on it, and it just opens right up for me, and I can use it that way.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. The other thing that some of you may not know is there's also a VIP private group that's happening, but you got to be VIP to see it. And there's also a pro group. Okay. And speaking of groups, those of you who are in the process of getting certified, if you click on certification basic help, there's a whole community of women waiting to help you. You can ask your question. I think Phyllis asked a question late last night, and I asked Phyllis to put it in here. And so if you click on feed, you can see questions that have already been asked. So this is a great place to go to get tips and for women who are congratulating each other with their new certifications. Okay. Ladies, one more feature. For those of you who are VIP members, you might not know this exists. Let me show you a quick hack. Under business directory, you can request a warm introduction to anyone you want to meet. So if you're VIP, you can literally click this, put your name, right? Like, let's say you want to meet Dawn, right, at the Supplier Gateway, or you want to meet Marcus at Lowe's. Anyone you want to meet that you've come across and you're curious about, you can simply request it and submit, and then we facilitate that request. That's for our VIP members. Did you all know that? Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so that's that. Let's also talk about the business directory, because the business directory is the hot ticket on here, because I just think some people don't know how serious the business directory is. So look at this, ladies. The first thing I will tell you is before I would add my listing, I would actually take a moment, slow down, and look at all of the categories, because there are a lot of categories that people don't appropriately put themselves in. We have a ton of categories. So this is what we mean when we say all industries, all trades. So let me actually show you that you have a unique landing page that you might not know. So here's what a Lowe's is going to do. I'm just going to use Lowe's as an example. Let's say that Lowe's is looking for business consulting, business coaching. They're going to come and click on this category. It's going to open up, and I think we have 57 listings, and look at all of these options, right? So when Lowe's looks, they're probably looking to see what certifications do you have. So ladies, have you been updating your certifications? So as you're getting them, go back and update, right? So I'm just going to click on AI consultants because I actually know Sharice. So let's say that I'm Lowe's and I choose Sharice because she does AI consulting. Now I'm on Sharice's unique landing page. So what we do is when we're acting as your agency, we share this whole page. But that also means if it's not current and up to date, it doesn't look good for us. That means if your website is kind of broken and not working, it doesn't look good for us, right? So please make sure that you're updating. And if you need to update, ladies, all you got to do is hit edit, Now this is really going to edit her page, so I'm not going to do it because I'm an admin. So I'm not going to do it, but that's where you hit edit, and you can also change your categories. Look, let's say I wanted to add another category to Sharice or something else, right? I can change my category. I can add all kind of things. So I'm going to go out of here, but that's where you update your page. Any questions on this? Okay, it looks like you all are clear. Okay, well, great. Great. Lastly, I think if you're curious about features and benefits, you can go here. I don't know if y'all realize this, but all of the features and benefits live in one place. They're all here. So this tells you everything that you're getting in this membership. So you can always go there. The other thing is, let's say that you all want to start applying for certifications right now. If you go to our partners, it's underneath About Us. Every single certification for a woman lives right here. And this is one of the sole reasons why we're seeing more success, because we took 10 hours one day and pulled all this data together in one place just for you. So Kimberly, can you put the all certs page in the link? Because what I want you all to know to understand this page is if you're interested in corporate contracting, it's here. And we need to add the supplier gateway, right? So if you're in the corporate space or you want to work with big corporate, start in section 1. Let's say you want to do local and state, you want your hub certification. You click here where it says start here. And if you have a question, we also help you out here. Okay. If you need help, you can contact Lane Consulting. They do it for you. Okay. But let's say that you want to work in the local, state, and government. You click here. And then let's say that you want to work at the city level. So anything you want to do is already sectioned out, and it's just a click touch away. Any questions about this? Okay. So pretty much that is the end of our demo. Is there anything anyone else wanted to know about the site that they don't know before I go back to the PowerPoint?
I don't have a question, but I would like to make a comment.
Yeah.
This is phenomenal. This is truly, truly amazing. I mean, I don't know anywhere you can go and get anything like this.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you saying that. And you know what? We know we have something because we've created a multi-chapter. So we're going state to state, and Indiana just welcomed us in as a recognized partner, and Georgia's next. And we're just going to every single state saying we can help you amplify and accelerate your numbers when it comes to diverse spend. And so
I'm going with you.
come on with us, Miss Deborah. Come on. Mary Nicole, and then I'll close out with this one slide. Mary Nicole?
I just had a quick question about the members that don't have businesses. Do we have a directory where it's everybody, or, well, so do you know what I mean? Like, so someone might join that hasn't really started their business yet?
No.
Okay.
So that's a great question, because that helps to bring a distinction. We are only the platform that you should join when you are ready to go from a small business entity, which means you are one, to a supplier ready enterprise. Now, there are times that an individual comes in and she's acting as a sole proprietor under her name, right? So she's already kind of transacting business, but the structure hasn't been set up yet. And we can tell that because, and actually I'm getting ready to get into who's joining, the profile of women, so y'all know who's in this community. But Mary Nicole, what will happen is when she enrolls as a member, she'll say, I'm 0 to 2 years, or I haven't started yet. And this lets us know that she needs a different path, a different level of help. So we're actually, even though all of you all are members, some of you are having a different path than the other. So I'm going to go into that real fast so you can understand how we're sort of classifying you a little bit. Okay. So 4 types of women who join. One woman may join because she actually wants to support and just work with business owners. So maybe it's another business. She's not looking to contract, but she wants to hire Dana or Fabi, right? Or Janelle. And so that woman, and we just had this, we had someone from Wells Fargo who's in wealth advisory sign up. She doesn't have her own business, but she wants to work with you all. So she may sign up, and she did actually last week as a VIP. Then we have a second profile. We have a woman who just wants it all. She wants to go crazy with certifications because she wants to contract in every way, in all ways, every day, right? And she's what we call our super user, because that's the whole mission of our community. So this is the type of woman who wants all the certifications or just a few, okay? Then we have a woman who just wants to partner, like she's looking for teaming. She's looking for strategic partners, right? And then we have the woman who doesn't want any of that. She's just in here to learn and grow and build her brand. She just wants a sense of network. So we have all of these types of women in this community. And so the question is, which one are you? Are you all? Are you one or two? So it's really helpful to know that this exists. Any further questions? Because we're at the end. So at this point, I'll open it up to questions from you. Questions, thoughts? I saw someone, I saw that someone actually booked a calendar invite for me as well. So by the way, if you
I think that was me. I think it was me because I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt you. But my welcoming call was set for 11:30 to 12:30 today. And I went on and I couldn't find it, and I'm getting nervous. And I'm like, oh, did I miss it? But I kept going on the computer and I found this call. So is this the welcoming call?
Yes, this is it.
Oh, well, did I miss the part about what the organization is about?
We're going to record it and send it to you. So don't worry.
Oh,
Everyone,
thank you.
Yeah, everyone will get a copy of it. You're very welcome. Very welcome. I saw a question, Sandy.
Yes, Don Nicole, if you can explain to the group that when they have different businesses, what that looks like when you say register their business, to put it in there so they understand that what that means.
Yes. And now we've hired someone to help us with that. And then Kismet, I'll come to you in just a second. So a lot of you do more than one thing, and that's fine, right? As long as you're doing it well. But you try to incorporate that in one listing. And let me just tell you, now that we're in the big game, this is not small business stuff. When you make the stretch to move to become a supplier, they are paying for specialist, not generalist. So when they look in our business directory and they're like, I need a hardcore, no nonsense cybersecurity coder, a woman-owned company who can code like nobody's business, they don't want to see that you also sell tea in the same business directory, because technically those are two different NAICS codes. So if you have a tea business as well, for example, then even though you're a member, you would have two listings in our directory. One would be for your tea business so that when they're looking for food and beverage, they can find you. And the other would be for your cybersecurity. Does that make sense, ladies? Because we've had to recently hire somebody just to respond to all of your listings to let you know to please separate those out. Okay. Kismet, question?
Can I have
can I
ask a question about that one?
Yeah.
So for the people who have multiple businesses, and that's not me, but let's say that they do a cybersecurity and they also sell tea, do they require to have multiple memberships? So let's say that they are pro members, they pay $400. Do they need another one for the tea, another one for the candle, like that, or just one membership would allow them to create multiple listings?
Yep, this question comes up all the time. So in the spirit of forgiveness and being new this year, we will let you have one membership and two listings. But what I will tell you is that at the end of the day is us representing you. If it's not being done in excellence, we're going to lean into the business that we think is most seasoned, is being done excellently, right? Because we have to represent ourselves. So beyond two businesses, if you want representation for multiple businesses, then you do need to consider multiple memberships, because it's about following the person and representing that business, which is work, right? Because that's more work for us if we have to represent 4 or 5 businesses. We're not doing that. Toy? And then Kismet, I think, had a question too. Kismet, do you still have a question? I think you were first. Oh, okay. Kismet is not. Okay. Toy?
Awesome. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Uh-oh. Am I
double?
Yeah. Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. I want to go back to the DUNS question. I started the paperwork for the EDC. I think it's called EDC. And when it asked me for my DUNS number, I was like, oh, I don't have it. So I went and applied for the DUNS number already, but I didn't pay anything to apply. I just applied and they said it'll be about 30 days. So I just want to know, can I go back to the EDC and fill out that whole form and application without the DUNS number? Because it said it was required.
Yes, I think what I heard her say, and again, this is So we have a bunch of calls between now and Friday, just so you know. We'll have a definitive answer for you on Friday. But I heard her say you can go ahead and just put in your social for now, and that should be fine. So I would try the social and let me know how the system behaves when you do that, because that'll help our training on Friday. Okay, Toy?
So social versus EIN. Am I getting that right? Social.
Well,
not EIN.
she said social, right? Because I think it's following you, but I'm the type of person, I always do my EIN before social. That's if I'm doing business, Dawn Nicole's going to do EIN friendly first, unless you push back and say, no, ma'am, I need your social. And then I'll say, okay, right? So that's how I roll. So let me know how the system behaves. Yeah.
Thank you.
Kismet and then Sharon Nixon.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I couldn't find my mute button. I'm sorry.
No problem.
This is my question. For those who are VIP members, and we know that the master classes are being recorded.
Yes.
Where can VIP members review that master class? Where can you find that on the site?
That is such a great question. So we don't put it on the site, right? What we do is if you register for it, then we will send it to the group. We send what happened in that moment. You either have to be in the room or you register to get it, right? Because not everyone is interested in it. So what I would say, Kismet, let's say that you're busy during the day because you work or you're doing something else. Even if you register, but you don't intend, you're still registering your interest, and then you will become a part of anything shared with that group that month. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So we try to manage and not spam somewhat. And we don't put it on the site for privacy, because some things happen in masterclass that just need to stay in masterclass, honey. So
okay, gotcha.
Okay. All right. Sharon?
Hi, Dawn. I just wanted to make a quick statement. Last night I applied for my Supply Gateway, and when it came to the DUNS number, I just put in 0000. I thought it was going to throw it back, but at the end, my application was processed, so I do have my certification.
Oh, good. Okay, perfect. Well, look,
Yeah.
that's all Toyinda needed to hear. I just seen her hands go up. Okay, good. And for those who want the YouTube on the free DUNS number and how to get it fast, I just put that link in the chat.